Hi all, we often hear that data is the new oil. And working in the data industry, we come across two major challenges. First, the availability of data. And even if we make the data available, we come across the second concern, which is maintaining the quality and standard of the data. Now, today, in this video, we are going to talk about Hugging Face Hub, which hosts thousands plus data sets for numerous tasks such as text classification, text generation, text summarization, image related tasks, and whatnot. And more importantly, these datasets are available under open license, which means professional learners like us can make readily use of these datasets for building various applications under generative AI and data science tasks. So let us head over to our notebook section and see what this datasets has to offer. But before proceeding ahead, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video and stay on top of your generative AI learning. Now we need to look at some of the operations that are related to these datasets, or basically how can we make use of these datasets. In the first part, we saw how to load these datasets and then how we can index and slice these datasets. Now, next important thing is how can we make certain processings on these datasets, such as sorting, such as filtering, sampling, shuffling, and a few others, right? So in order to sort this data set, basically, let me show an example here. We take data tr label and let me take the first 10 labels. Okay, so you see the first 10 labels are 0, 0, 3, 2, 3, 0, 1, 5. And let me also print the corresponding text so that there is no confusion later on. Okay, so okay, I did not use the print statement here. Now, in order to sort this data set based on labels, what we will do is we will call the data set that we have dot sort and then specify the column name that we want to utilize. Okay, let us load the first 10 labels after sorting. So in order to sort this dataset, what we need to do is we need to call the dataset dot sort and pass the corresponding attribute under which we want to make the sorting. And now let us load the sorted dataset. So if we look at it, the sorted dataset contains the labels that are all the 0 labels are now coming at the top, followed by 1, followed by 2, and so on and so forth. And the texts have been correspondingly arranged as well, right? So this is how sorting works. One more thing to know here is, like, if for instance we use the original data, right? This is a dict type, right? Dataset dict type. So in order to work around with this dataset dict type, we need to load the corresponding splits and then work them in the same way. So you see, this one split is a dataset type, which is what we have under data tr as well. Now, let me show you another example, another case of where we are going to shuffle our dataset. So in order to shuffle our dataset, we need to pass the seed parameter. Say we specify the seed as 42 and let us load the first 10 samples after the shuffling. So you see, we get the random 10 samples after shuffling, unlike the ones that we originally had in our data set. Okay, so originally we had the labels as 0, 0, 3, 2, 3, and now after shuffling, we have data sets as labels as 4, 1, 0, 3. So it's randomly shuffled. This is how it works. Now, another important operation is selecting the data set. Now, I'm going all these one by one, and then finally we'll summarize everything, right? So data dot select, and in the select we pass the indices that we want to pick, say 10, 30, 340, 21, and so on. So this will pick, or this will select particular indices from our data set and return us. So basically selecting from this entire records and then giving us a few sampled records that we are selecting. Similarly, we have a very important operation called as filter. This filter operation is used to basically filter out based on certain conditions. If we want to apply the lambda functionality, say data tr dot filter lambda x of label equal to 0. So you see this will return us with all the records that have a label 0. See, it is giving us all the records that have a label 0. We are just selecting the 10 of them. So this is how filtering works. You can apply any functionality here. And now if you have a data set, if you have loaded a data set and you want to split it according to your own will, you want to split it as per your wish. Say for example, this data tr we want to make a split. So what we will do, we will call the split here train test split and pass the test size just as we do in our scikit-learn package, right? You see, now we have split our entire data tr as two splits with a test size of 10%. So out of our 16,000 samples, 1600 have been sampled as test set and the remaining 14,400 as our train set. So this is how the dataset operations work. This is how we load the dataset, work around with it, and we are going to make use of these datasets for all our other tasks. Just fine tuning, we already talked. Fine tuning such as building various applications, generative AI tools. So make sure you watch this and find this content useful. Give it a thumbs up. See you in the next lecture. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Jai Hind.